fiscal responsibility framework aimed at consolidating recent gains in stamp.
When you were giving out the details, I said, this man is saying, oh, what will we say then? You mentioned it all, but we thank God. I'm so excited, and I could gauge the feeling of the whole nation. Some heavy weight has been lifted off us. Now, the document, the budget is 304 pages. The summary is 88 pages. But
summary,
yes, we have tried. Let me greet the communication department of the NDC Ashanti region, led by lawyer Abbas Nuruddin. They've been able to put together, summarize it in the simplest of terms. So I'll share some notes from there. The real sector performance, you gave the indicators. GDP growth for 2025 at 6.3% in the first half of 2025, up from 5.1 during the same period 2024. Agric, that's an area I love so much, grew robustly by 6% in the first half of 2025 compared to 2.9% in the first half of 2024. Now let's look at this. Under agri, crops expanded by 6.2%, livestock expanded by 5.8%, fishing expanded by 7.7%, service sector expanded by 8.8%, led by ICT education and finance services. Now, ICT grew by 17.2%, financial service grew by 9.5%, education grew by 14%, fueled by increased funding by government. Now, you realize that in the first budget by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, that was read by Dr. Kasia Atoba Kwamina Forsen, we ensured that for free SHS alone, the MPP under their regime, for the 8 years, the overall budget or money allocated for free SHS for 8 years was 9.9 billion. Yet, President John Dramani Mahama, in his first budget, pushed in 3.5 billion just for 1 year. So imagine that in the 4 years,
from 2017 to
2024,
was
9.9
okay.
billion. So if you do the maths per year, you realize it's 1.2 billion a year. That Nana Addo Dankwa and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia put in free SHS. President John Dramani Mahama during the campaign told Ghanaians that whilst the MPP were lying is in the DNA, the make of the MPP. If you feel like lying, join the MPP. If you want the truth, join the NDC. This morning, many of us have chosen to be on the side of the truth. John Dramani Mahama, first year, when MPP told us that when he comes, he will collapse free SHS, came in and put in 3.5 billion. And this has led to that increase when it comes to education. And not only at the SHS level, every level has gotten its fair share. And you realize that we are still doing more because there's more room for improvement. Industry grew by 3.2% due to lower oil input. And then manufacturing grew by 6.3% compared to the contraction of 0.5% in 2024. Now, construction grew by 4.9%. I would want us to do more when it comes to construction. And I can see with the big push in place, a lot is going to happen. The president has, over the past month and weeks, moved around Ghana. He has been to the north, central region, western region, Greater Accra, Volta region. There's going to be a massive expansion when it comes to road network. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has this to fix the Accra Kumasi highway.
On the big push,
Yes,
30 billion
yes,
has been allocated for the big push agenda from 2026.
yes,
I think this year was 13, right?
yes. 13 already pushed in.
Yeah.
We want to travel. For those of us who have been outside Ghana, what attracts us more when we go out is infrastructure. There are road networks when it comes to flyovers and all that. And you can see that yesterday, Kasia Atoforsen, doctor, mentioned that there's going to be a massive expansion when it comes to flyovers. 8 from Accra to Kumasi. Even Lake Bosomtwe, there's going to be a flyover there. So, yes, it's in the budget. So it's so amazing that we need to take time to go through it. But this morning, because of time, my brother here will have to also speak. I'm happy about one thing. Let me share it. When it comes to tax reforms and the taxation aspect of it, the MPP came and complicated it.
How?
Now, this is what we are doing, the how. We have abolished the COVID-19 health recovery levy. We have abolished it. I know people will ask, of what benefits are we going to get? The COVID-19 levy came about when we had COVID from 2019. In Ghana, it set in here 2020. World Bank, IMF, African Development Bank, individuals and institutions even gave Ghana money. We received nearly 33 billion. Ken Ofori-Atta was pushed to come and give account. At the end, he came and said, we spent 12.2 billion out of the 33 billion. The remaining was pushed into the consolidated fund. He ended it there. And on top of that, they introduced a levy, 1%.
On the COVID-19, when it was really implemented, the first 8 months alone generated 773.93 million Ghana cedis, which I know that as time went on, it increased. Government is going to lose this in 2026. You think it's not going to give us some revenue gap?
You see, when it comes to taxation, you can tax the people and at the end of the day, collapse businesses. What have you gained? Or you can take certain taxes off and allow growth, private sector, public sector to grow and find another creative way of raising taxes. We know we use taxes to do development. So with your question, this is what is going to happen. A lot of money, 3.7 billion. Now it will be in the pockets of Ghanaians. What are we going to use it for? For me, with the kind of business I do, now that this is off, that excess money or extra money that I'll get, I will pump it into my business. That's growth. Now, let's also look at one thing. The government is also abolishing the decoupling of the GET Fund and NHIL levies from the VAT tax base, allowing both levies to be subject to input tax deductions. So you realize that creativity here, instead of it being direct and causing many to lose their businesses, you find a nice way to do that. Now we are abolishing VAT on reconnaissance and prospecting of minerals. That is also good. Reduce the effective VAT rate from 21.9% to 20%. And then raise the VAT registration threshold. Now look at this. Instead of piling all this on a few, we are going to raise it from 200,000 to 750,000. So today, if 200,000 businesses are under this, we have taken some of these things off and going to expand it. So more people are going to pay little by little. It will come in as much for the money needed for development. Let me